everybody. Thanks for joining us. One by Northwestern head coach Chris Collins. We'll start with an opening statement and then take questions. Coach?
Well, needless to say, really proud of my guys tonight. This was a hard-fought win. We talked about it coming into this league. There's so many good teams. There's going to be nights you get beat. That's what happened to us the other night. We got beat by a really good team. They were better than us, and the good teams respond and make it an effort to win the next one. And so we had a great couple of days of preparation. That our guys were really locked in. They were excited to play. Can't say enough about the crowd. It's really cool when this place is full. The kind of atmosphere, it can match anything. I'm telling you guys. I've been really fortunate in my 25 years of college basketball to play or coach in every venue in America. And when our students show up and get into the game the way they are, this is as good an atmosphere as there is, and it's a tough place to play for teams on the road. And hopefully, I've been saying it too. Are we perfect? No, we're not perfect by any means. We can be ugly at times, but I tell you what, our team has a lot of heart. And they're a really together group, and they love playing with each other and for each other. And I would love for them to get that kind of support, from their classmates, from the students, because they deserve it. These guys have been through a lot in their careers, and they're busting their butts. And tonight, for them to feed off that crowd, I thought our students were fantastic. Our crowd was great. And, we got to continue to build. It's one game. Just like Ohio State was one game. We had a night the other night. We didn't play as well. They played very well. They did some things and played better than us and beat us. You go back to the drawing board. You get fresh, and you get ready to play the next one. So as good of a win this is for us, to be able to bounce back, we got a couple days to get ready, and then we got to take it on the road to a very tough venue in Assembly Hall in Bloomington on Sunday.
Questions? Alex?
Coach, can you talk about how this team handled pressure, especially rebounding from Sunday's game, especially at the free throw line, and then also handling the full court press?
Yeah, I certainly we had a couple turnovers there. Both of our guards were cramping. The whole second half, I had to take Blue out, I had to take Chase out. Their legs were cramping up, so our ball handling was a little bit compromised. We did have a couple turnovers against the press, but overall, I thought we did a good job. We were meeting passes. They were being really physical, going for steals. We were able to get fouls against the press, and then we made the free throws, which was big. We didn't shoot free throws well the other night. I think we missed our first 7 in the game tonight. To go 32 for 40 from the line, I thought our aggressiveness, driving the ball, getting to the basket, playing through contact. It was a physical game, and they were trying to be very physical with us on the perimeter with our guards. And when you're strong and can combat it, you can draw some fouls and get to the line. And fortunately, we were able to knock them down. And overall, I thought against the press pretty good. A couple silly turnovers, but overall, I think pretty good considering.
No.
Coach, this is the first time you've beaten Illinois in 4 years. What does this win mean individually for you and for the team as you look forward to the rest of the season?
Nothing for me. Nothing for me. It means for the guys. So I have a pretty good winning percentage in my career as a player. So this is about the players. And so this has nothing to do with me. It's about the guys that are wearing those jerseys. This is their time. They deserve this moment. This has been what Coach Underwood has done over the past 4 years and what he's built. They've won league championships. They've won a Big Ten championship. Certainly for us, I've said it a number of times. If we want this to be a rivalry, we got to win some games. And early in my tenure, as they were kind of going through stuff, we kind of had the upper hand on some things. Coach Underwood came in, and these last 4 years, they've been fantastic. They've been as good as anybody in the conference. Their numbers show that. Heck of a program, heck of a coach. And, for us to take care of home tonight was important. But it's about the guys. None of this is about me. I've had my time. I'm just trying to do my best to prepare our players, get them ready to play at a high level, and then it's them. It's their show, and that's what's really cool, watching them go out there and fight the way they're doing.
You mentioned this team's resiliency a lot this year, and I think there's another great example of that after Illinois kind of went on a run at the start of the second half, and your team fought back. I believe it was a 22-2 run. What did it mean to see your guys respond, stay in the game, and stay focused?
Yeah, it's a great question. I thought they were starting to gain some momentum there. They hit some shots. We had guys cramping. I thought we were getting a little bit fatigued. They were starting to really attack us in the open floor. I really thought, guys, one of the biggest shots of the game was Titus, hitting a foul line jump shot. I think they had a 4-point lead at the time. It was his only basket of the game, but we were kind of sputtering during that time, and he was able to knock that down. I thought we had that little spurt where Ty gave us some big points. I think he had 2 threes. We ran a set for him coming out of a timeout. He knocked it down, got to the line a couple of times. Brooks hit a big 3 in the corner. It was other guys. It wasn't Chase and Blue, and that's what was encouraging. We were kind of able to regain momentum because they had certainly taken it. I was concerned about our fatigue. I thought we were starting to play really tired. I thought they were getting downhill against us. Obviously, the cramping issues from both the guards. And, fortunately, some of those other guys really stepped up, made some baskets. We got the lead. And then that's where the crowd comes in. That's what I'm saying. Like, you guys don't understand when you can feed off, when you're a little bit tired, when your body's a little bit banged up. You have that kind of home energy and home crowd. It can pull you through. And it definitely did tonight with our students.
Can you speak to Chase's impact defensively, both on the ball and the gaps, forcing turnovers?
Yeah, I just think he's one of the best defenders around, and hopefully he'll start to get a little credit. We're not looking for it. At the end of the day, we'll get what credit we earn at the end of the year. But, you want your guys to get the things that they deserve. And, his ability to guard multiple positions, his anticipation in passing lanes, I think, 4 steals tonight. We get 11 steals as a team, but he sets the tone with that, with his aggressiveness, with his ability to kind of guard the ball and get some deflections. He's just got a unique, uncanny ability, and he's playing a lot smarter with discipline on that end. I thought a little bit early in his career, because of that, you could gamble, and dive for steals, and he would get in foul trouble a lot, which wouldn't make me happy. But we're able to keep him on the floor because he's playing with more discipline on that end.
Hey, Coach, speaking of Kevin's point, just you gradually see that the defense started to adapt or understand, like intercepting the passing lanes. Would you attribute that to playing smarter for the overall defense, or what did the coaching staff see that allowed that to even translate to good offense?
Well, we talk about it all the time. This has been probably our best defense in terms of forcing turnovers. We've always been pretty sound defensively through my time here, but we've gotten a little bit more aggressive. Obviously, Coach Lowry's done a great job coming in, bringing some of his ideas. He's been an elite defensive coach for a long time. Some of his principles, some of his things on his end that's really allowed us to get a little bit more aggressive. Whether it's trapping the post or being aggressive, and we always talk about, like, the steals come when you're in the right spot, and sometimes when you overrun things or you die, like, that's not when they're going to come. But if you're disciplined to being in your gaps and be in the right spot and playing with hand activity, you're going to find the ball. And, our guys have really embraced that. And like I said, that's our formula, guys. Like, look, we shoot 32% from the floor. Like, we're not this well-oiled offensive machine. Fortunately, we got to the line tonight. We were opportunistic with making enough shots, but our defense has to show up every night, and then we have to find ways to score enough to win on a given night.
Can you talk about Matt rebounding from his game against Ohio State?
Yeah.
Obviously, having guard Coleman Hawkins at the perimeter and Dane Major down low.
Yeah, no, I'm really proud of Matt. Certainly no one took the other night as hard as he did. And how could you fault him? He got 13 rebounds and 8 offensive. Who gets 8 offensive rebounds against Ohio State's front line? That just doesn't happen. And that's what I tried to harp on with him. And just stay confident with his finishing. If he's got a clear lane and he can go up, finish strong, make your free throws, like that's what he did tonight. He was 3 for 5. And he got 6 rebounds, 3 offensive. Got a couple steals with hand activity. I thought he held his own against Danger. For the most part, he did a pretty good job. Coleman Hawkins, when they tried to space him out. Then when we got the lead late, we went small. Your small lineup. I hope you noticed that. You've been asking about the small lineup. We went to the small lineup the last 4 minutes when they went small to kind of take away some Coleman Hawkins pick and pops. And but overall, man, just Matt, he just competes, he battles, he fights, and you can live with that kind of effort from your players. And we just got to help them get better, keep being confident.
How did you help the players and just develop the coaching staff kind of as a reset and bounce back? You basically flipped the script from a 16-point loss to Ohio State to a 13-point win tonight, and then also from giving up 73 points to giving up 60. What was that process like?
Well, we drew on experience from early this year. We had a tough night against a pretty good Pittsburgh team in here one night. they put 87 on us, I believe. And we lost by 26 points or 28 points, and there was a lot of doomsday, here we go again, and what's this team going to be about? And 5 days later, we went to the Breslin Center and won on the road in Michigan State. And so we drew upon that experience, like, hey, those games are going to happen when you play really good teams. I mean, Pittsburgh's won 10 out of 11. They just beat North Carolina and Virginia back-to-back. They're a good team. They beat us. Okay, you rally, you get back, you dust yourself off, and you get ready to play the next game. Ohio State's really good. They came in here and beat us. They were physical, they were tough, they were good, they beat us. We had a couple days. You got to dust it off and say, hey, we got Illinois coming in. We got to stop the bleeding. We got to win. And, fortunately for our guys, that's where I think experience comes through, because some of these guys have gone through where they haven't responded. You have a loss like that, and then it triggers into 2 to 4 to 6, and then pretty soon your season kind of gets away from you. So we knew the importance of this game, coming off of Ohio State. We had this 2-game homestand, and, really for us, coming in, if you said to me at Michigan State, Ohio State, Illinois, coming out of the gates 2-1, it's pretty darn good, for a team that everyone picks last. So, our guys are playing pretty good. They're playing pretty hard. We got to stay with it. And every game's going to be like that. Everybody in this league's good. I mean, you guys know that. You follow the conference, and we got a couple of days to kind of get ourselves together and put a game plan to try to go to Indiana and see what we can do there.
Any more questions for Coach? One more, and we're back.
Coach, you talked about Brooks Barnheiser making that huge 3. What did you see from him on both ends of the floor, even fighting for rebounds, getting jump balls, things like that?
Just love his competitiveness. I mean, his fire, and he's starting to figure it out. He's got more to give. Like he's this didn't play a whole lot last year, so a lot of this is new to him. And you're starting to see some of his aggressiveness at times. I thought he made some really good moves. He's a unique player because he's strong. He can post. He's got a way with fakes and kind of get you off your feet. He got to the line. What do you have? 8 free throws tonight, something like that. 8 free throws. Like he can provide another playmaker for us, and that's what I'm really pushing for him as he continues to get more comfortable. But I mean, you just love his fight. You love his spirit. You want guys on the floor that are gonna die for loose balls and take charges and throw their bodies around and give what they can to the team. And he's a winning player. And that's a big reason why we wanted him here with us.
That'll wrap us up. Thank you.
All right, thank you guys. See ya.